Okay, are you ready to unlock some serious Excel superpowers?
I am always ready.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of Power Query formulas.
All right.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out with Power Query, I guarantee you'll walk away with a fresh perspective.
Okay.
And maybe even a little bit of that data wizard feeling.
Yeah, I like that.
Our source material today is this really cool snippet all about Power Query formulas.
Okay.
And it's going to help us uncover how these formulas actually work,
Right.
why they're so powerful, and what's going on behind the scenes.
I love it. Let's dive in.
So what's really intriguing about Power Query is that beneath that user-friendly interface,
Right.
there's a powerful engine driving everything.
Yes,
And it's a language called M.
that's right.
So every time you filter data or merge tables or transform columns, you're essentially writing an M script without even realizing it.
You got it. That's exactly what's happening. It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it that way. All that point and click is actually generating code in the background.
So this M language, it's like the secret code behind all the magic in Power Query.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is. And if you really want to see the nuts and bolts, there's this thing called the advanced editor.
Okay.
It lets you peek behind the curtain, so to speak, and see the actual M code that Power Query is generating.
I've always been a bit intimidated by the advanced editor, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, I understand that. It can definitely look daunting at first,
Yeah.
but it's where you can unlock the true flexibility and the customization of Power Query.
Okay.
For example, M is case sensitive.
Right.
So text.proper and text.proper are actually two completely different functions.
Ah, that's a good point. I can see how that attention to detail would be important.
Yeah.
Even without diving into the code, understanding that there's this M language working in the background
Right.
makes me feel like I have more control over what's happening with my data.
Absolutely. And speaking of control, that brings us to our source materials focus, Function.Invoke.
Yeah. This seems like a pretty powerful function.
It is.
What exactly can we do with Function.Invoke?
Well, think of it like this. You have a really complex calculation that you need to do over and over again,
Okay.
maybe on different sets of data. Instead of manually repeating those steps each time,
Yeah.
you can create a custom function for that calculation.
Right.
Then Function.Invoke lets you call on that function whenever you need it, applying it to different data sets without having to rewrite the whole thing.
It's kind of like creating your own personalized Excel formulas.
Exactly.
You can teach Excel to do exactly what you need,
Right.
even if it's not a built-in function.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Okay.
If we look at the syntax of Function.Invoke,
Okay.
it takes two main arguments.
Oh.
Function as function and args as list. It's basically saying, here's the function I want to use, and here are the specific values or arguments that I want to feed into that function.
Okay. I think I'm starting to get it.
Good.
So say I have a bunch of spreadsheets with dates in different formats.
Yeah.
Which is a nightmare I actually deal with all the time.
I hear you.
Could I create a custom function to standardize those dates
Yes.
and then use Function.Invoke to run it across all my spreadsheets automatically?
You absolutely could.
Wow.
That's a perfect example of how Function.Invoke can save you time and headaches.
Yeah.
And the best part is you don't have to be a coding expert to do this.
This is really opening my eyes to the power of Power Query.
Good.
It's like I had this whole toolbox of amazing tools and I only knew how to use a hammer before.
I love that analogy. You're hitting the nail on the head. Once you start exploring these custom functions and functions, Invoke, you'll find all sorts of creative ways to automate tasks and analyze data more efficiently.
So to recap,
Yes.
Power Query uses this language called M to handle all the data transformations.
Right.
Function.Invoke lets us harness that power to create and use custom functions.
Exactly.
It's like having a secret weapon for data analysis.
It's a good way to think about it.
But it's not really a secret anymore, is it?
Not at all. And that brings us to a really exciting question.
Okay.
Now that you've got a taste of what's possible with Function, Invoke and custom functions in M, what kind of data tasks can you automate? What repetitive processes can you streamline? The possibilities are really endless.
It really is incredible.
It is.
I encourage everyone to dive in and explore.
That's right. Get in there and start experimenting and see what you can do.
I think you'll be amazed by what you can accomplish.
I think so too.
And that's it for our deep dive today.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Thanks for joining us.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.